Got a surprise for you this time. This time I went ahead and did it because I kind of waited too long. But, as you can see, we are on the second story of this big ass base I decided to waste a lot of materials and build. Oh, the amount of time! The amount of element dust I had to collect to be able to get what I needed, to get the certain things that I needed that I talked about in the last video that would help make this all happen. And then look at this. We got another Diablo. And we got another Ursabe. We got another Volcano Tevis. And another of whatever the hell that is. And yes, what we have right here behind me. Right here is the Canis Infernum. There we go. Now look at it. It's supposed to be like a Magmasaur and a Ravager and maybe something else put together. Basically, if you think of a Hellhound, if you have any imagination about what a Hellhound would possibly truly look like, that's what it is. That could very well, quite possibly, be that right there. But that's not all I got for you. Now, how in the hell... Actually, how in the hell does that looks so freaking good. I also went ahead and made the saddle for it as well, which I'm hoping this is the right saddle. Yes, it is. Because it's been sitting in my inventory for so long. I've been building, okay? I realized when I got to this part right here, I screwed up, okay? I didn't put this where it needed to be, and I realized now that I gotta put another one right here. I know. So shush. I'll figure it out. And this one should take a Ravager saddle. No, it does not. It does not take... Oh, there it is. I was hoping it would take a Ravager saddle. But it's almost like a Ravager saddle. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this into the flippin' void. There you go. So, I think, just for the living hell out of it, not the pike, this button. There we go. I'll pick that one up. Yeah, definitely. Look at that. Hellhound. There we go. Alright. Just in case for attacks, I'm just going to... Just look at that. That actually looks really good. That looks really cool. Looks like a really oversized wolf with Managarmr wings and little spikes or thorns on the back of its head. Kind of got the rock drake climb. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh, there we go. That's what we needed. Oh, I love that. That's 2 alphas. That's 2 alphas and a Rex. Do you have an X attack? No, you don't. You have a Howl. You have a Howl. And the Howl hurts. I'm just gonna run. I'm out of stam. Raise stam. Let's raise damage a bit. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Haha. Alright, that's a little better. That helps. That helps. That will help. That will save. That'll do just what I needed to do to help save this guy, if we so needs to. Once everything else, or whatever else is happening to it, stops. But no, stamina's. Are you a monkey? Oh, you dirty bastard. Oh, you dirty bastard. We got good stuff out of it, though. That's a good thing. Take the useful stuff, and then we go and drop all the other crap that we don't need. All this other stuff that is utterly useless. That's useless. Took me this, what, 15 episodes to figure it out that most of this crap is all useless. Like the Alpha Raptor thing is all useless. Well, it's useless until the point the developer decides to add something that relates to it to where it actually uses that. So, let's add that to the weight. Let's add to stamina, mainly stamina for right now. Gotta increase that stamina. I'm wondering though, will this dismount me? No. And though that is weird, this guy does swim. It definitely swims like a rock drake. It's got all the climbing possibility of a rock drake. You can hear the same sounds. My bodyguard's doing their job. Somewhat. Until something gets really close. I'm just really liking this right now. I'm really liking this guy. That was a little late. Like, I even went and got a mining drill to help gather more resources. I went and did a lot of stuff. And did it take me staying up all night? Yep. And getting really early in the morning. Also, the fact that my character did die. So, that adds another death to that as well. And I lost all my stuff. Which is why I had to get new stuff. So... made progress, but also lost a lot of stuff that could have been used to make more progress. And yes, this spot right here could have made, like this one right here. We could have made a base right here. I just like that. I just really like that. Yeah, we could have made a base right here instead of going right up there. We could have saved ourselves so much trouble. But you know what? I think we're gonna give this guy a break. Just look at him. He's a good boy. Which I'll say, I'll change my mind on that when I look at it. It's like, oh, it's a girl. Ah, shit. That's a good girl. Where's a good girl? There's a good girl. Alright, get in the ball. Alright, let's quickly poke through. Boop. Boop. That's gonna be needed. We definitely need this. Everything else can disappear. Yeah, hellhound. Get out of here, you donut. Who in the hell? You are on aggressive, aren't you? You get your... Well, at least you guys can see how much damage he's doing. Alright. Do you have the slow build up to speed? You do. You gotta jump. What the hell? What is this supposed to do? Or is that supposed to be like a healing ability? Damn Microraptors. Alright, let's try right click. Okay, that's the Ravager swipe. That's about it for moves. I mean, it's got this one move, and then the usual swipe. The volcanic gash. That's a lot of bleed. That's a lot of bleed. Instant death on that one. Where's that Rex at? We need the XP. Get your scaly butt over here. It's a slow grind. Come here. You had to make me jump. How dare you? Alright. Again, stamina. Let's get the speed up to 153. Let's put 2 points into melee. And if you're wondering if I'm going to be using these for a boss fight, yeah, I very well could using them for a boss fight. Which means I need mate pairs for these two. And I always give this option out, like I've said in countless other videos I've done, especially with Ark and everything, and all this and that and whatever, to give names out to creatures. So, that's always an option. I mean, everybody seemed to really like the other one because that one got like 55 views. And I didn't notice it until an hour ago. Considering the amount of time I've been spending grinding and everything else. And this, that, and whatever. I had a good conversation with my mom. That, I can't remember which park she went to. Her and my sister were, on vacation for like a week. And they went to, was it Colorado or somewhere? Okay, somebody decided to dismount me. That's not good. I got this. It must be because of the Microraptor. That's probably why. But they've seen a lot of elk. They even got a terrible picture of a moose that I had seen, and I went and had a good chat with her because, yeah. had a good conversation. We talked about the vacation, and she had like they were driving around through this one area, through this park. My sister was obviously driving, but they had I can't remember what the park was, and they had a lot of elk in this area, just surrounded by people. A good tourist area, because these elk had no. They didn't care about the people there. They weren't scared of them at all. They were just sitting there chilling like everybody else. And she said one elk, actually a male, a young male, actually walked up to a woman, sniffed her face, sniffed her chest, and then just turned around and walked away. Didn't bother to, do anything else. Which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, and she said there wasn't really like any like big bulls. And I was like, no, there wouldn't be, because the big bulls are smart. They don't want to be anywhere near people. I mean, if you think about it, just like with deer, the big bulls want to stay away from people, if they could. If they could, they want to stay away from people, because they don't want to become food, basically. They're the ones that stay in very highly dense areas where it's a pain in the ass to get to, just to get through that spots. If you guys hunt, I mean, you really have to work for it. Which I've never hunted an elk before, so I only can tell you guys what I've seen on TV, and you really have to work for it. I've also played a game that Call of the Wild, that's like where I had to really work for in that game to get an elk. I had to walk a long way to get an elk. But no, they seen a lot of elk. They didn't really see. They didn't even see a major, like a really big bull moose either. I mean, but it was just a really beautiful place to go. A good tourist attraction. And if I had so much time and so much opportunity to literally go somewhere, because I debated, this is the thing, guys, I debated not recording an episode for tomorrow until tomorrow, because I was debating on going somewhere to go watch a movie. And I debated on going, if I was to go do that, I was going to watch Haunted Mansion, or Oppenheimer. But I really didn't need to watch Oppenheimer, because I believe it's about the nuke anyway. The big bomb. But, I didn't feel like watching it. Haunted Mansion looks more like a comedy to sit there and watch. I wouldn't really consider it a horror movie, even though it's really going to rely on jump scares to call itself a horror movie. It's strictly comedy. It's just strictly like a play off Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion, pretty much. Which is probably one of the reasons why I want to watch it, but yet, I really don't need to watch it. It's just more of a get out of the house and go somewhere kind of thing. I will get you. Hellhound versus Wolf. Who wins? Well, Hellhound wins. Which is pretty fitting, because we are riding a Hellhound and we are riding in the desert. Except we can't do any other, like, fire-related moves, and I think this technically heals us. Like, that took no damage. It took no damage at all. I mean, we're slowed for a bit, but... I basically went down there because they got me a shirt, and my dad thought it was fitting because For you guys, for you guys that know this, you don't know this, because some of my friends do. I will not shave. I very rarely trim my beard. And it's mainly because I like the way it looks. I don't like being seen like everybody else has like a well kept beard. I like the wild man look. That's basically what I call it. I call it the wild man look. I always have messy hair if I let my hair grow out. Which is why I've been trying to shave my head more often, so I can just have the beard and not have to deal with hair and waste so much money on shampoo, which I also need to buy because I'm also out. And the shampoo I buy, I get it off either the Dr. Squatch website or Amazon, which Amazon is by far quicker because I like that shampoo. For those of you that don't know, I like using Dr. Squatch shampoo. I like to use their products. I just like them. I really like their shampoo. I really like their stuff. I really like their soap. Started using it, what was it, a couple years ago. Haven't stopped. Have not stopped. So, if they it's like I've even been using their deodorant as well. It's like if they come up with spray deodorant, yeah, as well. I'd be using that too as well. Probably not as often as the stick deodorant that I use from them, but I'd still use it. This is one of those things where you just go out, you test a couple creatures, you go kill a bunch of things, and you just sit here and just talk. That's basically what it is. You talk about everything that's not about the game you're playing. I've been trying to kill this terror bird how many times, and it still won't die. But yeah, I mean, these creatures are really good. I really like them. I do plan, I am thinking about using them. When are we fighting bosses? No idea. Probably when I decide to get, when we finally get all the other creatures that we're going to need, because you already kind of have an idea of what I'm going to be doing when I fight these bosses eventually. Is that I am going to basically be riding on one main guy and basically sending an army of unleveled donuts into battle and hoping they do enough damage, which I have no idea the health on these bosses are, so I'm going to be quite surprised if they end up having millions and millions of health and it takes more than 20 to maybe 50 creatures to kill it, and me possibly losing a main guy, the one that's fully imprinted, fully leveled, that I like out of all of them. So I've been doing a lot of breeding with the Volcantabus, the Ursabes. I didn't throw out more the Pelosornuses yet. I know I need to go grab those and throw them out and get them breeding again. I think I might need to get another one of those other ones, the Frotosaurus or Frutosaurus, of the Carno fish eel thing that we have. Oh, that's a rock elemental. I haven't seen a rock elemental on this map for a while. That's actually a decent level one. The melee's shit, but that's not bad. No, we're not fighting it. I didn't put anything into the health in this guy. I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him to a rock elemental. That's a dumb thing. I know we occasionally do dumb things on this channel, but not now. I don't want to waste most of this guy's points into melee just to beat a rock golem because I chose to say hi and give it a cuddle. Nah, not happening. Not doing that. We've got to be somewhat smart here. Oh. Okay. Get rid of Vulture and kill the Terror Bird. There we go. We win. Victory is ours. I know I'm spending a lot more time on this guy than the other one, but it's a lot more fun. Because if you get caught on that guy, which is obvious, especially if you're going up against a Carno or an Alpha Carno, if that Carno gets you picked up in the air, you're basically screwed. So, you're basically stuck there until he decides to let you down. So, yeah. And I did find out more about what happened with my friend's dog. I can't really talk about it too much, but all I can say is that her dog has breathing problems. So when the dog was in the middle of something, without being too much, he had an episode, and that caused a scare. So, but everything as of right now is A-okay, which is a good thing, because that dog is her little bodyguard. Her dog is her little hero, because I'll tell you this is what I can tell you. She lived in an apartment complex that was filled with the worst individuals at all. Like, total scum lived there, because they were placed there. By the government, because that's what her government did with these kind of individuals. And one day she was in the, either in the bed, like in the bedroom, or using the, just basically, indisposed. And she wasn't in the main room, and she had the door open to let fresh air in, and a guy who was all kinds of messed up. He was on drugs and all that, all messed up. Decided to try and break into her apartment, and her dog flipped out. And just so you know, this dog was like 8 pounds, and he chased off a drug addict out of her apartment. You can't be nothing but proud of a little 8-pound dog that literally just turned into like a hellhound and just scared the living hell out of that guy. But she's in a much better spot. She's in a much better place. She's living with her son, with her oldest son, or her oldest, which is her son. But yeah. So that's one good story about her dog that I know that I could tell you guys. That should be totally okay. I could tell her, because we basically told everybody so far, because it's been a thing on stream. Anytime we get to talking about how good her dog is and how brave her little dog is. I mean, sometimes those little dogs can be scary. Those little ankle biters. And she just happened to have that one where, even though he has problems, he's a little beast. I just freaking love dogs. I've been around dogs even before I was even frippin' born, man. I just absolutely love dogs. Dogs, wolves, anything. It's why I know more about them than I do about cats. I don't understand a flippin' thing about a cat. Not a clue. All I know is about, like, with cats. Cats are little shits. They're lazy. They don't really do anything for you. Sometimes they'll do what they basically do whatever the hell they want, and they make you do stuff for them. But sometimes they're good cats. Sometimes you get good cats that are there, not just there. They're there for emotionally support and be there and always have your back and everything. I mean, there are some of those cats that really do appreciate you for everything that you do for them. I ain't saying every cat's an asshole, but sometimes every cat's an asshole. But there's always that thing too with dogs, because sometimes you get a bitch of a dog I know somebody who had a bitch of a dog. And I ended up with one of her pups at one point. And let's just say that didn't last long. He had to be put down because he was too aggressive. That did kill me because I actually did love the dog, but when you got a dog too aggressive, you have a choice. You either try to rehabilitate them to get them to change their ways. If you can't get them to change their ways, your best and worst option at that point is to just put them down. And that's what happened. I'm not proud of it. I absolutely hate that. And, but that's just the way it is. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so protective over Kira. And why when another dog comes walking around, Kira flips her shit. But, you know, me and Kira are so protective over each other. It's like I not only protect Kira from other dogs and put myself at risk, I also protect her from the people that are around this town here as well, because there's a lot of people here that live in this town that simply just aren't trustworthy as the same as their dogs. There's a lot of dogs in this town that are highly aggressive that don't really know anyone, and it's all because of their owner's fault for not, socializing. And boy, does that look good. But I realize I've been talking for too long. So, I apologize again for talking a little bit too damn much. So, we're going to go back to base. And I'm going to either fix a couple things, or I'm just going to say screw it and go with it and just finish the entire roof of the base. But let's see. See, I told you I was going to finish this. I told you I was going to decorate a little bit. I mean, there are some other stuff I can add to this. As well as I got... See, this looks so much better when it's night, but when it's day, you can't really see these things at all. The animated Reaper is pretty cool. I got all this stuff over here. Probably need a little bit more better lighting, but that's fine. But let me, I already got it equipped, don't I? Alright, let me get this guy over here. But now, we got some of our guys breeding right now. We just need a mate partner for our Wolf Wyvern, which is pretty cool, Metagarmer and Rock Drake-esque. And we got our Hellhound, basically. Well, I'll just go ahead and call it a Hellhound, because that's its description anyway. We got all these buttes breeding right now. So, let's see how many eggs we've got. I think I might need more than one nanny up here, because I don't think everybody's going to like setting in one spot, because she doesn't cover the whole entire place. But we got 104. As you can see, I've been breeding the living hell out of tech parasaurs. But we've got our Ursa bears here. Or Ursa bees. I'm trying to organize this as much as I can, so that way when I go to hatch all these out, I can make a decision on what to do with what. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of breeding in order to get the ones that I want, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta make a decision on which ones you want, and which ones you want to use, and which ones you just want to toss. Or have run around your entire area like I've done so far already. To help out the Velonosaurs, because man, I've lost 3 or 4 Velonosaurs since the last episode. I mean, the Velonosaur idea is a really good idea. I mean, it works. But what sucks is they only keep shooting until a certain point, And then after that, you gotta run up with another dino or something, or have your Rex or something. You like your little map wrecker over there, and or a Mantiflex or a Futosaurus come in and as backup and just save them. But yeah, 104 so far, possibly 105 unless I put one in my inventory. I did. I'm a dumb. But no, one of these, we'll probably have a hatching episode. Probably hatch to the first batch, and whatnot, and see how they are. But look at these guys. Like, look at this. This base is almost done. There's gonna be, once the roof is on and more lights get put up. I mean, it's gonna be nice. It's literally gonna be nice. Man, that's a face only a mother can love. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Sorry again, I've been talking for like 35 minutes now. I know, but I promise that in the next episode there's gonna be a hell of a lot more going on, and we're gonna go find. We'll probably have some more creatures to summon and test out, as well as to get to breeding and whatnot. But yeah, it might take a little bit more time, but we'll get to fighting the 3 main vanilla bosses soon, if we have to fight all of them, which I'm assuming I do. But anyway, peace out, guys.